Today, I want to share with you the apps I use as a business owner and content creator. Being a business owner and content creator involves a lot of creativity, productivity, and systems in place to ensure you're enjoying the content you create and don't burn out. Most importantly, nurturing client relationships in order to provide a seamless creative experience. Whether you're a business owner, freelance content creator, or an influencer, creating eye-catching content is vital to building your online presence and authority. I have a very special app that has helped me double my income and allowed me to have more freedom in my life. If that sounds like something you'd like, stick around to the end because you won't want to miss it. So without further ado, let's jump into the first app that I use. Notion is a freemium productivity and note-taking web application. It offers organizational tools including task management, product tracking, to-do list, bookmarking, and more. I love Notion because sometimes it's hard for my brain to turn off, and my ideas are always flowing. So whenever I stumble upon an idea that I really would like to do or bring to life, I'll write it down on a notepad in Notion. When it comes time to making video topics, I can go back on my list of ideas and sift through some of the ideas that I jotted down. I've broken down my Notion so I can have a creativity section, a business section, and personal section. So for example, I'll put just content ideas, editing steps, client shot list, all into my creative section. And then on the other end with my business section, I'll have more business ideas, tasks I need to do for my business, etc. And for personal, what I'll do is I'll have some goals, I'll have a list of books that I want to read. So in Notion, I love that you can customize each page. You can add calendars, you can change the way lists look, you can make to-do lists, you can have bullet points. However your brain visually works, you can make it come to life in Notion. Next up is Artlist. Artlist is an all-in-one platform for video creators, providing you with the highest quality digital assets made by leading artists worldwide. It offers royalty-free music for videos, sound effects, stock footage, video templates, plugins, as well as video editing software. So I've been using Artlist for a couple of years, and what I like about it is you can categorize songs into specific folders. So what I'll do is I'll set aside some time to go through their libraries and browse some music. And when I'm browsing for music, what I'll do is I'll save them into client folders. So if I know that I'm going to be working with a specific client, I'm going to go through Artlist to find some music before the shoot. That way I know a vibe and energy of the shots that I'm trying to get, and they're motivated by that music. Artlist is also great for sound effects, so I'll use it if I need anything to add to a video that I didn't get on location. So by adding sound effects, it helps bring the viewer into the video and makes it feel like they're there. I'd suggest getting Artlist because you can take your audio and sound effects to the next level. Next up, we have Google Drive. Google Drive is a file storage and synchronization service. I use Google Drive to deliver every video project. I like Google Drive because I've been using it for so long, so I'm very familiar with it. And since I already use Gmail, I'm in that ecosystem anyways, so I find Google Drive works best. One thing I would mention though, is before you share a Google Drive link with your client, you're going to want to manage the access of the link. Change the link access to anybody with a link. Lastly, turn on editor, because this way, when you send this link to your client, they're not going to have to request access from you, which again, puts a little bit of a bump in the road. Another great thing about Google Drive is the folder system. So some of our clients have more than just one video. So that way we can go into Google Drive, change the names of the folders inside the folders, and that way it's super organized. When the client goes to look through the folders, they know exactly what they're looking at and how to navigate through that process. Next up, we have Pixie Set. Pixie Set is an all-in-one platform. From photo and video, delivery, print sales, website needs, contracts, invoices, questionnaire, and payment collection. I typically use Pixie Set when I'm doing a photo shoot. I love the way you can create a gallery. Having that gallery view really puts the cherry on top once you send it over to the client. That way, they can scroll through and relive the photo shoot. You can change the cover of the gallery, so when you send it to the client, it has a custom name, a custom thumbnail, and once they open that link, they're able to have a unique download pin, and they can share that with whoever else they need to share it with. I used to use Google Drive, but I found having it in the folders, it kind of just hid the photos away, and you have to double click on each photo to view it. So if it's strictly photos, I like to go to Pixie Set to create a more custom experience for my client. Squarespace is a website building and hosting company. It provides software as a service for website building and hosting, and allows users to use pre-built websites and drag and drop elements to create and modify web pages. I love Squarespace because it helps me maintain an online website presence to generate and funnel inquiries through. For me personally, I don't have any website building experience. Using Squarespace really helped me create a unique looking website without having that experience. It's a drag and drop platform, so once you get a hang of it, you can really customize it to look however you would like. I actually need to make some updates on it, so I will be doing that soon again, and maybe that can be another video. But Squarespace is great because it allows you to use your own fonts, your own color schemes, and everything. I would highly consider looking into Squarespace because I found a lot of value. Next up is Grammarly. Think of Grammarly as your free grammar assistant. I use the free version and I love it because it gives me confidence when sending emails, adding text to videos, and much more. Since I installed the Grammarly app on my desktop, when I go to edit videos in my editor or adding text onto my photos, I'm able to use the Grammarly spell check to ensure that I have the spelling correct on the videos. With so much creating to do, the last thing you want to do is make a spelling error, so I'm at full confidence and peace of mind knowing that Grammarly has my back and there will be no spelling mistakes. Although if you do upgrade to the paid version, you have more flexibility as it gives you suggestions of ways to rephrase things and more. Grammarly is something that I love to use, and I've been using it for close to a year. For what I need for it right now, it's working perfect. The next app that I love is Final Cut Pro X. Final Cut Pro is a professional non-linear video editing application. Final Cut Pro allows users to import, edit, and process video footage and output it to a wide variety of formats. I have been using Final Cut Pro for years, so for me, it's more of a comfort and familiarity choice. I also enjoy it's a one-time payment, so you don't have to rack up another monthly expense. And if you're currently editing on iMovie, think of Final Cut Pro as your older brother or sister. It's one step up, so you're already familiar with the platform in iMovie, so once you get into Final Cut Pro, the layout is almost the same and the buttons are very familiar. Another thing I love about Final Cut Pro is the tools that you have in order to create vertical videos, which in this day and age, we know vertical video is king, so that helps me when I'm making content for Creative Pro or for my clients. Next app is Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop is a raster graphics editor. The software has become the most used tool for professional digital art, especially in raster graphics editing. I love Photoshop for cleaning up imperfections of images, creating cover photos for shorts, reels, and YouTube thumbnails, and it's also perfect for removing backgrounds of images. While we're speaking of removing backgrounds of images, I made a video on how to remove backgrounds using Photoshop, so if you haven't seen that video, feel free to check that out after you watch this. Photoshop is a great app to polish up your photos before you send them off. I like to use the levels layer and clean up any of those imperfections before I send it to the client, so it gives me confidence knowing that I ran it through Photoshop before I send the final delivery. Rolling off of Photoshop, what I also love is Lightroom. Lightroom is a piece of image organization and image manipulation software. I like to use Lightroom to upload images from a photo shoot. Think of it like a catalog. From there, I can go through and rate the images I'd like to keep and edit. It's also great for adding colors and masks to images to really dial in the look you want. And once I'm done editing my image in Lightroom, I like to take it into Photoshop to add those final touches. And another great thing about Lightroom is it has a plugin with Pixie Set. If you want to directly upload from Lightroom to Pixie Set, that's something you can do by using the Pixie Set plugin. And the app you've all been waiting for, Honeybook. Honeybook app aims to simplify the day-to-day operations of small business owners, allowing them to focus on what they do best, providing high-quality services to their clients. I've personally been using Honeybook for 2 years, and it's helped me tremendously. I can streamline my onboarding and inquiry process with Honeybook and also get payments directly through the app. Honeybook has provided me with confidence because now I have a more streamlined process. I'm able to take more time to create YouTube content like this without having to run around and balance everything the way I used to do it. Another thing that I like about Honeybook is you can track your expenses through the app too as well. So you can look at your profit and loss each month. So this allows you to have more financial clarity and it helps you set up financial goals to ensure that your business is growing. If this sounds like something you'd like, it's a great time to mention that I've recently partnered up with Honeybook to provide you with a 35% discount on your subscription. You can find the link in the description box below, and if you end up using my referral link, I want to mention that I will be receiving a kickback, and that really helps me create more educational and fun creative videos like the one you're watching right now. And there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite go-to apps as a business owner and content creator. If there's an app you love that I didn't mention in this video, drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to know what apps you're using. Also, if you have any questions about the apps that I use, drop them down in the comments below. So with that all being said, I'm the Creative Fro, keeping you in the know. I'll see you next time for another video.